Pixar, I love you. Hey there, hi there, ho there, Andrew here talking about Pixar's Inside Out. Inside Out? Sounds like a title of a horror movie. Seriously, if you can make a movie called The Human Centipede, then you can make a horror movie called Inside Out. So first off, I have to say I love this movie. By far one of the strongest showings that Pixar has done as of late. There are kids' movies and there are family movies. This is a family movie, bar none. I'm not really going to recap much of this movie, mostly due to the fact that I want you to see it on your own. It is that good of a movie. Inside Out is another film by Pixar released by Disney. It was written and directed by Pete Docter. His writing credits include all of the Toy Story movies, including the fourth one that's coming out, plus Monsters Inc., WALL-E, and Up. He also directed Monsters Inc. and Up. So the film follows an 11-year-old girl from Minnesota named Riley Anderson. Talk about great casting. Do you know how many Andersons live in Minnesota? I've been there. There's a lot. So she moves from her hometown to San Francisco. Her emotions, joy, fear, disgust, sadness, and anger, all have to deal with the chaos of going to a new city, a new school, and living in a new home. Side note, Pete Docter actually pitched this idea to Pixar in 2009. Think about that for a moment. This movie took 6 years to make. One thing I noticed right from the beginning is a good solid staple from Pixar. Bright colors. Every Pixar movie has bright, vivid colors. Also, the emotions were drawn in certain colors and shapes. Joy is like a yellow star. Sadness is in the shape of a blue teardrop. Fear represents a purple nerve ending. Disgust looks like green broccoli. Anger is shaped like a red fire brick. And by the way, anger is played by Louis Black, which was cast perfectly. I like the fact that all the emotions inside Riley are not feminine. It actually adds more to the conflict there. And I don't mean male-female conflict. I mean the emotions sound more like a group. And they basically go back and forth instead of sounding like one mind. And you don't just think that you're listening to Louis Black do stand-up here. I really enjoy him referring to the parents as mommy and daddy, which for some reason was much better than Dennis Hopper screaming mommy in Blue Velvet. If you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen that movie, don't. Unless you want to be emotionally scarred like I was. See, the emotions don't see themselves something different than Riley. They are Riley, and that is a cool touch. Now, I have seen and read some reviewers saying that this is a complete unoriginal concept. Please show me one original concept out there. Everything's been done already. Humanity has lived for thousands of years. We are basically retreading some stuff. It happens. And chances are, it's been done before. I've heard people say that this movie's a lot like Herman's Head. Now, for those that are younger than the 30-35 age group, Herman's Head was basically a live-action TV show from 1991 to 1994. It dealt with a guy named Herman. You don't say! And there were 4 emotions inside Herman's head. Sensitivity, lust, anxiety, and intellect. Is intellect an emotion? That show delved into Herman's life, and mostly used the emotions as reaction shots, and a couple of one-liners to boot. Inside Out is nothing like that. It delves much deeper in emotions and story in that one movie than the other show did in 3 years. So if you write this off as an animated Herman's Head, you definitely haven't watched the movie. Quickly in the movie you learn what the emotions can do for Riley and how they are good sometimes and bad sometimes. The movie also shows how memories are made up and how it affects a person's personality. Another nice touch that Pete Docter and crew did in this movie was making Riley and her conflicts relatable. She was a tomboy that likes sports, so now boys can relate. She is a goofball in the movie, which makes her more endearing to the audience. And the conflicts that she has in the movie is something that everybody can relate to. Everybody has gone to a new school. Everybody knows what it's like trying to fit in. A lot of people know what it's like to move. And again, I'm not giving away much here. It's just that Riley can be relatable to anybody. I know I felt it, but then again, I act like an 11-year-old girl sometimes. I heard that this movie was a lot like Cranium Command. That was an attraction from 1989 to 2007 in The Wonders of Life at Epcot, and that had live-action actors in there. Charles Grodin and John Lovitz were the left and right hemisphere of the brain, respectively. Dana Carvey and Kevin Nealon played Hans and Franz, and they represented the heart. Bobcat Goldthwait was the adrenaline gland. Here's a bit of useless trivia. Pete Docter was actually working as an animator on the Cranium Command project at Epcot. This movie is definitely not Cranium Command. That attraction dealt with how the body reacts to certain things. Inside Out talks about how our emotions define us and how they inspire us to do what we do. So it's nothing like Cranium Command. So will there be a sequel to Inside Out? I don't know. I don't think there really needs to be one. Yeah, it would be cute to see Riley grow up and be a teenager and learn how to drive and go dating, but I really feel that this is a standalone movie. It doesn't need to be a franchise. So my final result? When the movie comes out to buy it, buy it. This movie is totally library worthy. If you've seen the movie, tell me what you think. And don't forget to subscribe. Like my video? Tell me by tapping the like button. And I will see you in the next video.